What's up? Hey, hello, everyone. Wow. So today we are back after doing some introspection, going to basically roast ourselves and do 10 reasons why we would suck at Survivor. So my name is Rachel.
And I'm Alyssa, and we realized that we were roasting Survivor a lot. Like, we were like, OMG, these contestants suck. And so we were like, you know who we can roast without feeling bad? Ourselves.
Yes. So today, each of us thought of 5 things or like reasons why we would be bad at the show if we were actually on the island. I think these reasons are actually pretty interesting and funny. So hopefully that this video is like some comedic relief, I guess. But we thought it was a cool idea. So let us know in the chat or in the comments if you have any reasons why you would suck at the show.
Yes. So, Rachel, do you want to go first?
Sure. So my first one is that I look young. Alyssa and I are both 20 years old, but for some reason I feel like I always get mistaken for like a 14 or 15-year-old out in public. Literally, I guess 2 stories really quick. Flying on vacation. So we just went on a family vacation, and the guy sitting next to my dad on the plane literally thought I was 14 years old. I'm like, okay, add 6, but whatever. I guess that'll be good in the long run. And then coming back from spring break, flying back to college, I was sitting in the emergency exit rows on the airplane because it's like that has bigger seating room. Like, who wouldn't want to sit there? And then the flight attendant, she was like, oh, honey, you know you have to be 15 in order to sit here, right? And I'm like, yeah, like I'm 20, haha. Like, I wanted the bigger seat, like bigger foot area, so I sat here and I'm old enough to do the stuff. So yeah.
And then also, when you're on the island, like, you don't have makeup or whatever to make yourself look older. So it's like you always just have to look as old as you look in your bare face. Because,
Yeah,
like, some people use the makeup to, like, make themselves look their age.
yeah. So I don't know. I feel like without makeup or anything and being, I guess, short, maybe 5'3", and then super thin, might not be that good on the island. And it probably, if I lie or whatever, if I'm like, oh, I'm 27, if I play at 27 or whatever, people might still think I'm like 18. So that wouldn't be good in the long run, obviously, which would be sort of bad if no one wants to give the 18-year-old, haha, $1 million when you're actually like 10 years older than being 18, which would totally suck.
Yeah. So my first reason is not like as in-depth or strategically like solid as Rachel's. And my first reason I would suck at Survivor is that I don't really like coconut that much. And it's like coconut is a huge staple in the Survivor diet. It's like 90% of what you eat, and then the other 10% is like undercooked fish. But I don't like coconut that much, and I'm pretty sure I would go insane if I had to eat coconut like as my main source of calories. And it's not like I'm allergic to coconut. I will eat it. Like, if someone hands me an almond joy and is like, you have to eat this almond joy or die, I'll be like, okay, I'll eat the almond joy. But like, I would not go out of my way to eat something coconut. And so I feel like not liking the main food source on the island might be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, you'd like actually starve and be maybe the first medevac of someone legitly dying on the show, which would be pretty bad. But it's like, I don't know, it's like those small comforts. I want food all the time, and being able to sleep 8 hours a night, putting those together and not liking coconut or any kinds of those foods, it'd be like, that's a really crappy experience you have going on there then.
Yeah.
So my next thing, it sort of goes along those lines of food, I guess. So I can't cook. I'm an RA at college right now. So basically, for my 4 years at school, I'm going to be living in the residence halls or dorms, if you call it that. So I have a free meal plan all the rest of college. So I will be living in the res hall and then eating the res hall food like in the dining hall. So I don't have my own kitchen. I'm not living in an apartment like a lot of my friends are. So I don't have to ever cook for myself. So I really can't do anything on my own. And that would be problematic for Survivor because I would have no things to give to the tribe in regards to cooking, and that seems like a lot of what you'll be doing, cooking rice and stuff like that. So I guess I should learn.
Yeah, and I think also learning how to like cut up fish or whatever, because like I feel like no one knows how to gut a fish without looking it up first. So I feel like that would be something else that you'd have to do in the like food arena.
Yeah, just like learning how to cook basic things in general, rice, fish, chicken. I gotta be like, I have no idea what I'm doing. Why do you have to do X, Y, Z? And then I'll look like a dumbass.
Yeah. Moving away from like the cooking arena, one of the reasons I said I'd not be as good on Survivors because I wear contacts. And I know like people are going to be like, oh, there are plenty of people on the show who wear contacts, blah, 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 blah. But here's my thing. Contacts can be really finicky. And my contacts especially like don't always like to play nice with my eyes. So there have been times where it's like I'm doing like there have been times where like on this podcast, I've been like, Rachel, I can't see. I need to go fix my contact, talk for like 5 minutes so that I can fix my eye. And so it's like, if that happens in the middle of a challenge, like I die, basically. And then also it kind of freaks me out because like before you like touch your eyes with contacts, you're supposed to wash your hands and stuff. And I don't know, I feel like I'd get really squicked out by like not being able to wash my hands before taking my contacts in and out because then it's like I'm gonna die of an infection.
No,
Goodbye.
that's what I'm like because both of us wear glasses, wear contacts, and it's just like sort of really grody when you're maybe have dirt under your fingernails and you have to dig into your freaking eyeball to rip out those contacts, and it's like you're gonna stab your eye, it's gonna hurt, the contact will be dirty from your hands, maybe not the most sanitary. I don't know, it'd just be really gross. So it's either get LASIK before going on the show or not be a germaphobe about that, I guess.
Yeah. LASIK it is.
That's what I'm like. We have to go schedule our surgeries because I feel like just having to wear glasses or wear contacts, you see on the show people switch back and forth, but then it's like that seems time consuming. It seems like I would always want to stick to glasses unless it's like a challenge or something because I just wouldn't want to have the contacts in there, you know, stand in your eye. That shit would hurt. Even like eyelashes in your eyes right now hurts really bad. Imagine having like other foreign substance in there would hurt so bad.
Yeah, I just feel like it's one of those things where I'd need to get a lot less squicked out about it. So
yeah, or even like learning how to take them in and out super, super fast. Because even now I've had them since like 4th grade, and it still takes me a few tries sometimes to make it go in.
yeah. Ugh. Contacts are so problematic.
People, not 20/20 vision, so sad. So my next thing is that I am like introverted. I really like to have time to myself. I'd rather stay in rather than go out and like party and do things, stuff like that. So I feel like on a show where you're stuck with people 24/7, I sort of need and want my alone time. I feel like that would be sort of problematic. It's like I like having my single room at college, not having to talk to roommates or anything, but like that is my time. Whereas on an island, it's never going to be your time. You can go meditate or whatever, but you would never have that privacy that I have the pleasure of having right now.
And then also, if you like go out for some alone time, people are gonna think you're like searching for an idol or some shit. It's like you can never be alone just because you want to be alone. People always assume that you have like an ulterior motive.
Yeah, and like all of these things probably sound like first world whiny problems, but I guess that's what this video is. But yeah, I like having my me time, which you wouldn't really get on a 24/7 show like this. Same with Big Brother, I guess.
Yeah, and Big Brother is even worse because like they have all the live streams and stuff. So even when like Survivor, at least they cut out most of the stuff that you do. But Big Brother, there are people who are like crazy about like watching.
Which Big Brother does come back next week. I'm excited to watch a season live.
Yeah. So my next thing was also kind of a personality thing. I'm also introverted like Rachel is, but like when I first meet people, I pretend to be like very extroverted because like that's what people like in people they first meet. But I've been told, and this is a direct quote from one of my friends, I'm obnoxious, but in a good way. And I'm not really sure what that means. Honestly, like I've asked her to explain it several times, and she's just like, you're like a good kind of obnoxious. And I'm pretty sure there is no such thing as a good kind of obnoxious. But like, I guess I would grate on people just because it's like I talk a lot, in case you guys haven't figured that out after years of listening to me talk. So I feel like that would be something where people would be like,
Chewbacca sounds. Yeah, I guess that's interesting. Everyone would have their own like taste or flavor of what they like and dislike in you or other people, and maybe that's a pet peeve of people where they dislike obnoxious people in a certain way.
yeah.
But I don't know, I feel like hanging out with someone 24/7 definitely is a lot, and with that being in such close quarters, not having your own private time can lead to people seeming obnoxious, whereas in like real life, oh, they're a perfectly fine, decent human being, but like 24/7 with a person, it's a nay nay not today from me.
Like there's some people that you can only handle in small doses.
Yeah, so gotta only hang out with people for like 4 or 5 hours and then it's me time. So my next thing is that when I don't like a person, you definitely know, like when I do not like you, it definitely shows. I won't talk to you. I might go out of my way to like avoid you, things like that. And it definitely shows, I unfriend people on Facebook I don't like. And it's not even like, oh, I'm
savage.
or like, yeah, it's not even like, oh, I'm unfollowing you on Instagram to get like whatever the ratio down. And that sounds like super millennial, but it's like, I don't like you. I'm unfriending you on Facebook and then blocking you. And then this happened. People tried to add me back on Facebook once they noticed I unfriended them, and then I just left it there, and then they rescinded their friend request. I'm like, F you, haha.
Wow. Wow. I've been friends with Rachel since kindergarten and I didn't know she could be this savage.
I know. Now, time to enact the revenge plots.
I gotta unfollow you on Facebook now. Unfriend you, see if you friend me back again.
Oh, then we won't be able to chat.
Oh yeah, Rachel would notice pretty quickly if I unfriended her. Oof. My next thing would be like just by virtue of knowing so much about Survivor, I feel like I could be very paranoid and like I wouldn't be able to trust anyone on the island. Like I'd be like, are you just saying that so that you'll get my vote, or is this actually what's happening? And I feel like also seeing all of the times when people have been bamboozled by their allies, I'd never be able to trust my allies because they'd be like, you're just gonna turn on me. So.
Oh, yeah, I feel like I get very anxious with a lot of situations. So add that to like paranoia, not eating, not sleeping, it would definitely be very difficult. And you're like, oh, this person's trying to stab me. I need to go mode 10 and stab them in the back before they get me. So let me stay up all night and enact some plots to slit their throat.
Yeah.
Would be good TV. I think all these things, we could be villains on this show. I think that'd be funny.
Or we could be accidental goofballs, and it's like we both are trying super hard to be villains, but it's like every time I eat a piece of coconut, my face screws up, and so it's like you can't take that seriously.
Good, then I guess you won't get voted out because people will be like, oh, that's a stupid allergic girl that didn't know she was allergic.
I could just be the comedic relief character.
Ooh, that'd be a good video. Which character would we be on Survivor? What archetype? But yes, my last and final fifth thing on our list for me is that I don't really care about learning about people, and maybe it's just because, oh, I'm not on the show where I don't need to learn about people, but it seems like in a lot of my work settings, I'm often like volunteering with adults, working with adults, things like that. And then it's just hard for me, I guess, to build a relationship because it's like, oh, age gap, what do you talk about? Haha, I'm like the age of your child, basically. I could be your kid. The age gap is that big. So maybe it's just that, but I feel like I am good at building relationships. Maybe it's just right now I can't build relationships with like older coworkers, things like that. And I honestly, people I meet, I'm like, I don't really care. I'm meeting you one time. I'll never see you again. I don't need to know your whole life story. So I just won't talk to people because it's like, I don't need to know you kind of thing.
Yeah. I feel like that's just, it's one of those things where as you get better or as you get older, you get better at pretending to care about people. And it's like, sometimes I wonder if anyone genuinely does like want to talk about like other people. So,
Ooh, maybe that's a good thought. I think learning how to pretend to care about people and their like plights and disadvantages and their goals in life. A good listener. So that's how you be good at Survivor. You have to be really fake, but personable and fake.
it seems so hard. So the last thing that I had about being on Survivor is just that like I'm super like high energy and I get very easily bored. Like if something doesn't hold my attention, I'll like get up and do something else. And it's really bad because it'll be like I'm in the middle of watching a TV show and I'll pause the TV show and I'll go for like a run around the block and then I'll come back and I'll get a snack and I'll watch like 10 more minutes of the TV show, but then I'll think about a song and then I'll find an article on the internet and it's like takes me 5 hours to watch a 30-minute television show because I can't focus for that long. And it's like I'm so easily distracted and so easily bored that I feel like being alone, well, not alone, but being on an island with a limited amount of people and a limited amount of like outside interaction, my brain would explode.
Yeah, I definitely feel like in today's society, especially for us and like smartphones, smart technology and stuff, there's a lot of things at our fingertips to be on an island without your phone, without people from home, without games or TV or internet or everything. It's like, ugh, what do you do with your free time? We'll like make a ball out of coconuts, play checkers or chess, which I guess I need to learn how to play chess. But yeah, maybe this video is unearthing more issues that we have, Alyssa.
I tried to teach Rachel how to play chess once. It didn't work very well.
Yeah, I feel like I've tried to learn at school too, but it's complicated.
Yeah, it's very complicated. And I feel like the whole thing about being easily bored and easily distracted is something that's like a generational thing where it's like you said, we're used to having our phones at our fingertips. And it's like a lot of older generations are like, oh, millennials are always on their phones or whatever. And it's like we're so used to constant input that I feel like we don't know how to sit still.
Yeah, and it's like that's even like this is going off on a tangent, but it's even scientifically proven like ADD, ADHD rates have risen like quadrupled or whatever in the last couple years because just so many young kids are being diagnosed with this and they may have it, they may not, but it could also be like with all these things, technology, internet, TVs, it's causing kids to not have a longer attention span, but Alyssa and I aren't scientists, so time to do some research, I guess.
Yeah, we got to find all those peer-reviewed papers to see if
Good talking points for Survivor. You have to be, I need to start learning something about sports so you can talk to people about everyday things because I don't know anything. But yes, that was our 10 things about why we would suck at the TV show Survivor. Let us know why you would suck at the show. I think it's always so interesting to think about these things of like, oh, why we would be bad at the show. If you want us to do a why would we be good at the show Survivor, let us know, because I think that could be interesting as well.
Yeah, so roast yourself in the comments. Roast us in the comments. We're always looking for more roasts. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.